What has MAFS taught me? MAFS has taught me that women can say whatever the hell they want and men can't.
Thrown under the bus. I want to know what's going on.
It's a boys' club. Why don't you just all go butt each other?
Can I say my bit?
Shut up. You don't get to speak.
Sandy is allowed to shush Harrison, but oh my God, when Claire got shushed by Jesse, we all stood up and said, we don't like to be shushed. We don't like to be shushed. But it's okay for Sandy to shush Harrison. Why? Because we don't like Harrison. So if we don't like someone, we can do whatever the hell we want to them because they deserve it.
Physical.
Harrison, shh. This is my marriage, not your three's marriage. Yeah. Keep quiet.
Another thing that I found very hypocritical is Sandy was devastated that Dan outed her and told the group that they had sex. She didn't want her family to find out because that's frowned upon in her culture. Well, before that, she told producers that she had sex with Dan. She also ran across to Claire's room and told Claire that they had sex.
We have sex. We've slept together now.
Sandy and I had sex.
I just can't believe he said that. Because in my culture, it's not talked about at all. That in itself was betrayal to me.
Dan was fine until he did the dick move of showing his ex-girlfriends. That's why I didn't like Dan anymore. He's dodgy, you don't show your ex-girlfriends, and you don't make Sandy feel inferior. I didn't like that one little bit. I didn't. But him having a preference is fine. You saying, I'm not sexually attracted to you, Sandy, and keeping on that narrative and not leading the girl on, that's where the problem lies, Dan. You're allowed to have your preference. Hell, us women are. We're allowed to say exactly what we want, exactly who's attractive. But hell, if a man says it, that's the problem. Men can't say anything. That's why they have their little groups and speak amongst themselves. And that's why Hugo was really upset. He was really upset because he said, it's my only time I get to speak freely is with the guys because he knows he can't do that with the girls because they'll all hark up and then everyone online will attack him.
I'm alone in an experiment where I've got a wife who doesn't want to be in the relationship and I've just come to the realisation that I couldn't even speak to the guys.
Another double standard. The experts piped up when Hugo called his wife a see you next Tuesday. And everyone said, that's terrible, that's disgusting. But then Sandy, in her text messages to Dan, called him a see you next Tuesday, and everyone was fine with that. Apparently Dan deserved it. Do you get what I mean? It's unbelievable.
The weekend with my daughter. Instead, you chose to spend that weekend with the boy.
Spent a couple of hours with her.
Left her at home alone to go drinking with the boy.
Hang on, don't get into parenting with me.
I can't stand Claire. She can't wait to jump on the high moral bandwagon. I can't stand her. She's full of crap. She can't wait for someone else to sink. She's only on the show leading Jesse on so she could have this glorified moment. This is what she wanted. The crowd is starting to turn. We're all starting to like Claire now, aren't we? You know, they're starting to make it work. She's happy. She's pouring him drinks. She's doing all the right things for her very last week on the show. Oh, she's full of crap. She's full of crap. I can't stand her.
Yeah, I get that.
The
and I
only
appreciate
thing
you
that I
saying
don't
that,
like
but talk is
is the
cheap
fact
and
that
actions
Dan
mean everything.
Isn't upfront and honest. He isn't saying to Sandy he's not interested in her because she needs to be told. He can't boot scoot around it. Sandy doesn't pick up on the subliminal hints. You've just got to be straight down the line. I'm not into you. Not we could have a future. Maybe. You know? Not I love Sandy. You don't love Sandy. Don't say the L word. You do not love Sandy. So that's where my problem lies in you, Dan, is the fact that you're dangling her. Are you either going to keep her or release her out into the sea? Let me know.